Hey comic book fans, my nerdy friends, and my geeky compadres. Welcome to Running with Comics. I believe this is episode 9, and we're back with another review. So today I'm doing a review of Image Comics book Repossessed. This is a 1 of 4. It's a mini by J.M. Ringwet. Sorry, I'm butchering the name, but yeah, it's by him. He does the writing and the artwork for this book, and I kind of am not psyched about either of them. The book seems to be kind of like an episode of the TV show Supernatural, where this group of people is going around and getting demons out of bodies and killing demons. It's a cool concept. It's just, I don't know, there's really no humor in the book, which I was kind of hoping for. It's all pretty, I wouldn't say serious, but it kind of is for the subject matter. And the artwork, I'm not a huge fan of. It looks like if you look at my man's face, it looks kind of like it was drawn with Sharpies. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the artwork. I mean, I got used to it towards the end of the book, but it just isn't fantastic for me. It doesn't really show much detail, and I'm kind of a fan of detailed artwork, but you know, it's middle of the road for both the story and the artwork. Sorry, J.M. Ringwet, but yeah, just not a huge fan. I'll end up picking up the rest of the books just because I'm curious, and there's only 3 more, so you know, why not get the whole run. The book starts out on a preacher in a church talking to his congregation, and these 3 people getting out of their car and walking up to the church. The 3 people are Joe, Clay, and Martha. Joe seems to be the leader of the group. Clay is the weapons expert type guy, and Martha, she doesn't really have a specialty, I don't think. I mean, not that it's shown. Maybe she's eye candy, but she's not that pretty. Her face looks all kind of messed up in this art. But they go into this church and they start performing an exorcism, is what it looks like, and they get the demon out of the minister, and it's this huge red demon dog, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. I mean, that picture was pretty neat, but again, it doesn't seem to be any detail in the drawings. But they pull out this demon, and they're saying that it's a major one, and they don't usually do major cases, but this time they'll have to. Clay comes shooting with some rue, crushed emerald, hawthorn, and dried mandrake encased in molten iron amulets, thrice dipped in holy water. So it seems like quite a bit of effort to make these bullets and shoot them into a red dog. Not only that, he shoots 6 chambers fully loaded with St. Hollinwell's teeth. So he shoots teeth at the dog. Okay. Alright, I guess that kills giant red demon dogs, because the demon dies. The book goes on. They go back to their base, their home base. It's called D Agency. They meet a gentleman named Mr. Chesterfield. He's a banker and apparently very rich, because he hires this agency to find and get the demon out of his daughter, or illegitimate daughter, Sarah Gold, who is a brilliant lawyer or law student, either law student or lawyer, and she gave that up to be a club singer. So he thinks that she's possessed. Joe, Clay, and Martha don't necessarily think she's possessed. They just, people make career choice decisions and change, and he was pretty adamant that she's a demon and he'll pay handsomely. And so they head out to Las Vegas and they're looking for Sarah Gold to find her and see if she's possessed at all. They kind of talk about how, she's probably not possessed. This is just kind of a trip to make some money, plus it's all expenses paid, so why not? They go to a club where she was supposed to be singing, and it turns out she hasn't been there for... excuse me. She hasn't been there for like 6 months, so the trail's gone cold. Clay knows some people in the Las Vegas Police Department, and he gets his hands on some files, and they point to this biker named Calhoun, who's been hanging out with her. And as they're driving down the road, they just happen to see this biker gang, and Calhoun just happens to be there. And while they're driving by, Calhoun a demon comes out of Calhoun's body, and he is this guy. Vetis is his name. He is a grand soldier of hell. So he starts attacking Clay, Martha, and Joe, and Joe gets a shotgun out of the trunk and blasts talismans at Vetis, and Vetis dies. So, after being possessed, Calhoun doesn't know what's going on, and they go back to their headquarters. They start talking about how they think this case is just a bad idea, but they can't give it up because they don't know where the Sarah girl is, and I guess Clay, he's apparently the information man and weapons expert. Clay comes up with some information about Sarah Gold from her Facebook page, and he sees this picture of her, Calhoun, and this other gentleman known as Filthy Richie. And he knows Richie, of course, because Filthy Richie runs a strip club in Dallas. So they go from Vegas to Dallas, and Clay just happens to know this person. So he knows people in Vegas and in Dallas. Kind of a stretch in my eyes, but, whatever. So they go to Filthy Richie's strip club, and as they enter, they're saying, oh, keep your eyes peeled, something might go down, and it ends on this cliffhanger for book number 2. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the writing or the artwork, but being that it's just a 4-part, I'll probably pick up the rest just to see how it goes. It might get better, I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure the art probably won't. The story might get a little bit better, and like I said, by the end of the book, the art, I just kind of got used to it. So, maybe it'll get better in book 2, 3, and 4. Who knows? One thing I did like, though, at the end of the book, they did this kind of know your enemy profile on Vetis. So that was kind of neat. It just kind of, shows a description of him and tells you a little bit about him. So that's kind of cool. I mean, if you're really getting into the lore and stuff about this kind of story, that's cool. I liked that. Other than that, if I was to rate this book, I would put it in the middle, maybe like 5 out of 10 or 3 out of 5. It just didn't really do it for me. I'm hoping the rest of the books do. The next one's supposed to come out February 6th, I believe. So, when I get back from my trip, I'll probably pick it up. So yeah, that's my review on Repossessed. Number 1, just all right. Meh. It happens. Not every book can be good. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, recommend some books for me. Before I go, though, I want to give a big shout out to 2 more subscribers that I just got, 202 Comic Reviews and Fat Stacker Comics. Both of them do really great videos. Go check them out. I'll put them in the description below. I'll put a link to them. Go check them out. Fantastic. Thanks to everybody, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.